Hello, my retards, and welcome back to the Magick Kool-Aid News Network. It's me, your host, the irreverent Dr. Michael Christ. Tonight in announcements, there are no announcements. Let's just skip to the retards, okay? So, this particular retard that I want to show you guys first, I actually dealt with him on the last episode. His name is Master Yogi Zen, and he's a piss-drinking breatharian. He was also covered a bit on Trigger Warnings 5, the Piss Stravaganza, which not enough of you watched. Go watch it. I'll link it in the description box below. My point is, I should really have taken a better look at his channel, for you see, he stopped updating 6 months ago. And I should have noticed that last time. Did he die? Did he starve to death? Did he toxify his body to the point where he's now in a piss coma? Which is a possibility, by the way. But his last video is called Yogi Zen's Rants on the End, and so I went seeking him out on Google. I needed to find out what happened to this guy. I can't find any news of his death or anything like that, but I went ahead and looked at his Facebook page. His last update here was about 6 months ago as well, and look at this picture. Okay, I was totally wrong. So in my last video, I said at some point that he stacked. Well, I was totally wrong about that, okay? This does look like a man who is starving to death. For sure. And in the video we're about to watch, he's in the same state, so I'm assuming those pictures were taken around the same time. This guy is giving everybody health advice, okay? And his health advice is stop eating food, just breathe in the air, live in a cave, and drink your own pee. And that's how he got to this state, which everyone who is watching should try to emulate, alright? And this video is called Yogi Zen's Rant on the End. So something weird happened. I want to get to the bottom of this, but let's see what he has to say. Okay, look at those ribs. Is he proud of this? The way he's showing it off, it's like he's proud of it. He must be, right?
Aloha.
Hey.
It's all about one love.
What is?
One love of our body.
No, you can't make that comment. What is it? It's all about one love. You have to create some kind of preface to whatever you're about to say. You can't just jump right into the middle of your gobbledygook. It looks like you were at a very demented time in your life when you recorded this video, so I'll just forgive that.
And our breath. This world, and it's so difficult for me to continue my high yogic kriya practices of sitting and watching the internal movement of air pressure of the nervous system and the body.
It's really hard for you to sit and watch the movement of the air. That seems like about the easiest thing you could ever possibly do. So if that was your career and you're giving it up because it's too hard, I don't know exactly where you're going to go from here.
As it pressurizes and releases, see, we're connected to everything. When we stuff food in our body, we actually block it and actually experience more of a tangible, material existence in this life.
Dude looks like he's gonna die in this video.
It's in the deep draw that you want the body to actually align with when you actually breathe in, so that you're feeling and connecting all the exhilaration.
So how long do you think the oxygen and piss fast was before he made it to this deranged point? 4 days? 5 days? Could he have been going for over a week, just breathing air and drinking his own piss before he arrived at this rambling, nonsensical point? I think it could have been at least a week, because he looks like he's about to be blown away by the wind. This lion would eat your fucking ass, okay? The lion would not stop and breathe the air. It would simply kill and eat you.
Breathe. But again, this world doesn't allow this. It's as if all the foods that are stored Safeway, there's no food that is safe in Safeway. Everything is contaminated. Everything, they're putting all sorts of chemicals. Chemicals will buff you up.
Guess what, buddy? Contaminated food is better than no food, all right? And for a guy who drinks his own piss, I just think it's bizarre you have such a problem with contaminated food. For you see, your piss is full of contaminants. Although I don't know about you, maybe you filtered them out a long time ago and now you're just drinking straight, undiluted piss. Maybe that's what's happening. And that explains your amazing spiritual revolution going on.
Dairy and foods that shouldn't even have it cause you allergic reactions and make you more addicted to it. Sugars, everything. I don't even eat commercial food.
You know what? By this logic, air can be contaminated sometimes, so you should all stop breathing. And Breatharian Master Yogi Zen, is that what you realized? Is that why this is your final video? Because you realized that even breathing the air is a contaminant? Well, go back to drinking your piss, buddy.
When I do, I always pay for it. I produce my life, my strength, my power as a god. Yes, we're all
He's
gods.
A god.
Here.
We're not all gods. If we're all gods, then there are no gods. Do you understand the purpose of a god? I mean, it's not very hard. It's pretty simple to deduce why we would have a qualifying word like God to distinguish it from the rest of us.
You're the biggest thing on the planet to command.
See, guys, if you drink your own piss and breathe long enough without eating and just sit and meditate, this is the point where you'll come to. You'll just be rambling about every stupid fucking thing. We're a minute and 53 seconds in. He's been on contaminants and the food, how his practice can't exist in this materialistic reality, how we're all gods. He cannot stay on point. You understand that's because his brain is twisted from the horrible shit that he's doing to his body. That's why he cannot be coherent at all. And yet, there are people out there dumb enough to think that this is a spiritual man. He's not spiritual. This is the dead end of the evolutionary process. There are fucking members of the species that are literally starving themselves to death rather than flourish and reproduce. It's like our entire species is just giving up.
All animals to obey you, you must be some sort of god. Because they screwed everything up. I mean, who are we? Do you know who you are?
I do.
I know who I am, and it's freedom. It's
your freedom?
Men, you have to let your hair grow.
You are freedom?
Your beard, you let it grow. You don't violate your body. You don't touch your body.
Okay, I'm pretty sure based on the last video I saw that you actually do groom your pubic hair. Or I guess it's possible it fell out because you're so completely malnourished. But your beard does look a little trimmed here too. I mean, this is either recent advice you've come to about not shaving your beard, or it just kind of naturally stops at this point. Which is it?
Tattoo your body. You don't admit.
This is a guy who can't even make up his own mind. He knows on some level he's crazy, and so every once in a while he gets back into a normal state of life. Then he beats himself up for it and goes back to... It's like the fucking self-flagellating monks. Whenever they felt they'd sin, they just start fucking beating their own asses with leather straps to the point where they bled. That's what's going on here. Self-flagellating atonement. What are you atoning for, Master Zen? This is clearly some kind of shame that has festered deep inside of you and is manifesting itself, causing you to destroy your own body and lead other people to do the same thing. Just assuming that you haven't actually dropped dead because of your horrible diet, then just take a step back and look at what you're putting out. Does it look like a person who you would want to listen to? Although you probably would listen to yourself.
You don't put cigarettes and tobacco and cocaine and ganja, even marijuana. You don't put all these things in your body. Marijuana reminds us of who we are. It wakes up the body. When you smoke it, you actually screw up and you cause inflammation.
Okay, is this another thing that you feel guilty about? Because you clearly do smoke a lot of weed. You just made a justification for smoking weed, and then you attacked yourself for smoking weed. You know, buddy, I understand. You're like me. You have one of these kind of minds where you can't win either way. No matter what you do, there's some reason to feel guilty about it. I understand. But you know what? The solution is not to starve yourself to death. It's not to drink your own piss. It's not to give people stupid advice. The solution is to get some help, or to at least realize that you're full of shit and admit it to yourself. Those are your options.
I've been smoking a long time.
Yeah, you've been starving yourself, drinking piss, and smoking marijuana. You're in a state of psychosis, not of spiritual enlightenment, all right?
What we do. And now it's time to change that, because because it's all sin, people.
Sin.
You don't have to
Sin.
want to.
This guy talked about Jesus before. He's talking about sin now. This is clearly an act of self-hatred, self-flagellation, self-violence. What fucked you up, Yogi Zen? Was it the Catholic Church? Did you have a horrific Catholic upbringing or Baptist? It's clear you were raised in some kind of fundamentalist Christian bullshit and it destroyed your mind. Another example, this is what happens when people refuse to fucking admit the truth. When they have to push these mistruths about God and spirituality and religion and the truth and all of this crap. When they have to force it down the minds of their children and they use violence to reinforce those beliefs. This is what you get. This is the result of our fucked up, hyper-religious society. It's a side effect and we will see more of it, okay? I hate to tell you. He's a problem, yes. This New Age bullshit is a problem, yes. But it all comes from somewhere, alright? Attack the problem at its source. You know, I view Master Zen, he does mislead people, but you know, he's really a victim too. You can just take a look at him. Look at him destroying himself publicly for us all to bear witness to. It's really tragic. It's just really disgusting.
Still alive. I can't believe I'm still alive.
And we give a free pass to the fucking assholes who perpetuate this religious shit, which causes people to rebel so violently and extremely against the religious rhetoric that this is what they turn into.
Body after all these years.
It's because you taught them extremism at a young age that they cannot find moderation.
In this world. And I get better and more able to enjoy this body. As I get older.
You're enjoying your body?
You should get wise.
Eating is a part of enjoying your body, okay? Drinking your own piss is probably not, though.
The older you get younger. If you really new yoga practices like I do, Grandmaster Yogi Zen, I created a whole integrated yoga school all around my yoga swing, and with zero gravity is designed to move and groove your body every which way, every day of your entire life. So if you could really realize...
I want to keep ripping on you, dude, but at this point, I'm just starting to feel a little fucking depressed that this is what happened to you. And I hope you're out of it now. As I said, we haven't seen shit since about 6 months. Where have you been, man? Is everything okay? Alright, I got my little rants out of the way. Let's move on to the next segment, okay, guys?